Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sky. So let me ask you a question. Why would you want to complete this game and start over when you still want to explore and then we're starting back with being weak and shit versus just keep playing this game and then just complete when we want to?
There's two things about that. As I understand it, if you complete your ambition, your next person actually gets a ton of buffs, and you also get to keep your locomotive.
But I like a lot of the stuff we're doing here, like trying to solve the rats thing and stuff.
Yeah. And, yeah. But I mean, we don't have to do it immediately, and I think this is only the first part, too.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's what I seem to remember.
Okay, well, let's be, maybe we should double check that before we do it.
Yeah. Corpse at the window.
Yeah, I don't think we've read that one. Ah, we gained a tale of terror.
Okay, so I need two more. Let's...
Alright, we didn't get to read that.
Oh, sorry. Corpse at the window.
The fabulous work has been accepted in a number of publications. Amelia looked through the glass. Her sister had returned. In one hand, she held a necklace of muddy diamonds, dug from a Donane's grave. From the other dangled the corpse of a doe. Around Catherine's stretched throat, Amelia could still see the rope marks, white and neat as Vicar's collar.
How much is that corpse in the window?
Alright, well, in theory, we have the whole thing now.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it in until we've double-checked this as just the first part. That seems like a very quick game if that's it.
Yeah, it's just like 7 and 7 is not that much.
Like, is it like we get some buff and then, like, they give us another thing? So maybe we try to have a good stopping place after this episode, and then we'll stop for now, and then you can look that up.
Yeah. I'll have a look at what it says to see if it says something like this.
Well, where are we going?
Back to New Winchester.
Why? Oh, because we're going south.
Yeah. Because we're going to go south, and while we're there, we're going to have a look at the thing without necessarily clicking the thing to do it.
Okay, I hope it doesn't do it.
So far, nothing has seemed to do that, and even if it, like... You can always press X to escape. Clamor of New Winchester. Familiar as a disagreeable uncle.
One side, Trekkies.
What?
Oh, it looked like he was going to get in our way.
Oh, I guess there is sunlight here.
We gotta sell that port report.
Blue Kingdom Transit Relay.
I mean, I suppose we could always try checking that out if you really want to look at a transit relay.
I think I'd want to go to London first.
Okay, but we need those fucking papers for London, and I'm assuming we don't for the Blue Kingdom.
Or maybe we need something else, like souls or something.
Well, I mean, maybe we should go over there and check to know in case we want that in the future.
Begin writing.
This is the first step in your ambition.
Yeah. Okay, so we should just do it.
Yes. The first canto. You sit at your desk, the blank page runs before you like an abyss. Memories crawl from the depths. The spiteful howl of the sky winds, the honey roar of a well-kept engine, the darkness, the stars. You must make a decision. Are you writing about a fictional character merely drawing inspiration from your own experience, or are you writing an explicit memoir?
Well, if it's explicit...
You intend to be famous, after all. Why hide your light under a bushel? This allows you more scope, more flexibility, a more poetic attitude to the truth, and avoids any self-incrimination.
Oh, but we want self-incrimination.
Yeah, but
this is difficult.
But we also want a poetic attitude where we can flex the truth.
Damn, which more Byronic?
Damn it! Can't we just be like
both?
Can't we write a poetic, flexible memoir? What do you think? Because it's really like... Okay, so my thought is that most of the romantic poets did not write memoirs; they wrote fiction. So,
okay,
that's my thought. But
fiction,
perfection. You spend a few moments assembling a name, a face. The conceit of the text shall be that you are simply relaying the dizzying accounts of a mysterious sky captain of your recent acquaintance. Of course, even an unsophisticated reader will spot the truth.
Okay.
See?
Find a publisher for the first canto of the Song of the Sky.
Oh dear. Oh, maybe this is where we can use our cryptic benefactor. Each word must be individually wrestled from your recalcitrant mind, and somewhere between brain and paper they lose their luster. Finally, just as a mountain of crumpled pages beside your desk has reached your knees, you strike something, a match, a vein, a melancholy chord. You write until you need to sleep. Then you sleep until you need to write. When you resurface, your first canto is complete. What now? You've not nearly finished the song, not yet, but perhaps you've written enough to show a publisher. If you're lucky, it's enough to secure a book deal. Yes. Don't I need an author tribe?
Rejection!
You have no author tribe. The reputable publishing houses of New Winchester are crammed into Smoghorn Street. Yeah, why would we go there? Where the roaring presses give the impression of a nearby sea. Your first pitch begins swimmingly. Remarkable, murmurs the editor, effortless, lyrical, mythological in ambition. When you ask after a deal, however, he shakes his head. No, it won't make a penny. Oh, now we can go to those people and say we've been wronged.
No.
You work your way down the street, your increasingly bedraggled manuscript clutched close to your chest. Finally, you catch an editrix just as she leaves for the day. I won't publish this, she says, flipping through the pages, but I know someone who might. She does an address on the back of your manuscript. Negotiate a contract.
It's a crooked
house in an unsavory part of town. As you open the door, you are buffeted by cigarette fumes. A man appears amid the smoke, his hand slithers into yours. You're the one who's been terrorizing Smoghorn Street. This is the omnivorous publisher.
Omnivorous publisher?
Omnivorous.
Wait, omnivorous? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
No, that's omnivorous. Where are you getting the A from?
His grin encompassing his face. Let me see. He snatches the manuscript. Excellent, he says, breathing twin plumes of appreciative smoke as he reads. I'd like to offer you a deal. I don't trust this dude. Negotiate a contract. The publisher sits at his desk and you almost lose sight of him behind the swamp of paperwork. Books thick with bookmarks and overflowing ashtrays.
Success on this challenge will net you a larger advance. How ironic. Yeah. Time to spend all that money drinking.
Exactly. Ooh. A generous advance. After long hours of negotiation during which you inhale enough secondhand cigarette smoke to poison a cat, you work on a suitable advance. The omnivorous publisher agrees to publish your work serially, canto by canto. He hauls a triplet aside with a flourish to reveal a slumbering behemoth of a printing press. Tomorrow, the song will be talk of the town, he assures you. His prophecy doesn't come true. The first canto is a brief sensation, the subject of a few days' dinner party conversation among literary circles. But it soon sinks into obscurity as the next curiosity comes along. Perhaps the publisher might help you make a success of the second. 100 sovereigns. We make 3 times as much from an egg.
Right, the second. You need a momentous exploit. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely feel like we've been wronged now. The publisher's office, which you suspect is also his house, is even more dilapidated than your first visit. The doorknob comes off in your hand. Yeah, well, at least workmen didn't steal it. If you want to make the second canto an extraordinary success, write about something extraordinary, says the publisher, jamming his cigarette into the desk for emphasis. Something that no one will be able to ignore.
Let's complete a momentous exploit.
You have discovered the fate of the Parzival.
Oh, that's a momentous exploit. You are the hero of the Trachonies? You must be beloved by the Trachonies? I thought I was.
No. Savior of the sun.
You are the Knight of Clocks. You are the Saint of Wells.
Wow, this one is huge. Undertaken all the well rights.
You've discovered the Member of Parliament? Stolen a jewel from Albion's crown.
Wow.
You are the scourge of monsters. You have killed 3 of the following: Guests, Curator, Scornfluke, and Scribe Spinner.
I don't even know what most of those are.
You're an enemy of the gods. Storm must be angry with you. The Borrower must be angry with you. The Waif must be displeased with you. But I guess we found the Parzival.
Yeah.
But maybe that's only one part.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe we have to do the other ones for future cantos. The publisher is silent for a long time once you've finished telling your tale. He blinks a few times. Even his cigarette is extinguished. Stunning, he says finally. Make sure you write it exactly like that. Oh wow, already.
Right, the second canto. I'm guessing there aren't only 2 cantos.
No.
How many do you know how many cantos there usually are?
Oh no, I mean there can be like hundreds.
Oh, okay.
It's not like there's a set number of
Okay.
cantos. I'm trying to think of how many, like for example, Fairy Queen has ridiculous numbers. Yeah, I don't know.
Shit, maybe we need to do more of those things.
Maybe we'll have to do those for future cantos.
Yeah.
You sit at your desk, you stand, you pace, you sit again, you stare from the window. Where to begin? You remember the look in the publisher's vaguely reptilian eyes when you first told him this story, a mix of disbelief, awe, and half-concealed greed. He's been a kinder audience than the blank page. You begin to type, remembering how you worded your story in that first telling. Soon the typewriter is clacking and ringing merrily. The story stirs in your mind like some disturbed undersea monster, unspooling its tendrils before rushing Leviathan-like to the surface.
Oh, got a lot of experience.
First is you a pause in your fever typing. Before you write any further, you must make a decision. There are many ways to tell a tale. Are you writing a dry journalist with a hint of dark humor, a page turner with bounding, scintillating prose, or yearning verse tinged with melancholy? I think we know.
Yeah.
Verse with the...
I love the idea of doing journalism about stealing the jewel. And then I stole the jewel. It was very funny.
A modern odyssey. How could you expect to communicate the nature of the high wilderness and all its hideous, dizzying majesty without resorting to poetry? Of course, the Song of the Sky will be written in verse. Nothing else will do. Words spit like lightning from your fingertips. The typewriter shudders and clanks in protest under the strain. You write in a kind of fury, your mind's eye raging with images of gloating stars and endless burning emptiness. And then you sit back, exhausted, as you realize you've run out of words. The second canto is complete. When you take the second canto to the omnivorous publisher, he flashes a goblin-like grin. We're going to set the city on fire, he declares. With convincing menace.
Publish the second canto.
The printing press wheezes into life. Paper churns. Newfound success. The next day, copies of the first and second canto are being ruthlessly hawked by bookstalls and unprising penny vendors across the city. The extraordinary tale of a local sky captain who discovered the lost Parsifal, declares one salesman, waving copies of your pamphlet in the air like a holy text. A voyage beyond imagining, shouts another with relish. Those who read the Song of the Sky shall not leave unscathed. The second canto is quickly the subject of fevered gossip and speculation. Could it be true? The newspapers deign to review it and throw around words like astonishing to describe both your exploits and your prose. But it's in poetry, you asshat! Looms in your mind an unfinished monument.
Oh shit, we could write the third one!
Second canto caught the public's eye. The third must somehow live up to its predecessor.
We've already got the correct number of Savage Secrets and Visions of Heaven.
Oh dear. I mean, we've got nothing else to do right now.
Yeah, it's kind of took up all our time.
Yeah, but we're in New Winchester, so we can save.
Yeah. Oh, level up!
Time to be more Byronic. No contemplation, no procrastination, no hours of prolonged hesitation. Not this time. Your story catches you like a thief and your fingers whirl so fast you threaten to tangle your typewriter keys. A pause in your fervent typing. Before you write any further, you must make a decision. Are you picking your actions as purely heroic, or are you going to be honest?
Heroic, obviously, but let's see if we can... No, we can't level up.
Beauty is truth, after all, and truths that aren't beautiful can be safely dismissed as oxymorons. If you flinch from bearing your own flaws and foibles and occasional felonies, no, that's not Byronic at all. You don't bear your flaws. We're going to be heroic.
Yes.
An unblemished fable. What's the point of this exercise if not to cast yourself in the most favorable of lights?
Very Byronic.
Anything you may have done to make a reader blanch, well, you'll change the circumstances, or perhaps invent a villain to make your actions look entirely reasonable.
Oh, they forced me to keep stealing those eggs.
You stare at the half-empty page in panic for a moment. You feel you've lost your terrible momentum. But then the story catches you in its arms again, and you are a golem, a conduit, a ghost desperate to relay its final message. You write until your fingers are blistered, until the ending catches you by surprise. You recline, sweat-drenched. The third canto is complete. When you take the third canto to the omnivorous publisher, he scans it with an empty grin before handing it to one of his assistants. How long has he had assistants? Another masterpiece, he says. You never cease to amaze, published the third canto. The assistants flit around the printing press like tiny fish around the jaws of a shark. He sits back and pours himself a whiskey.
He seems to be doing well for himself.
Third canto's reception. The excited speculation around the third canto has only just begun to die down, and now vendors selling the third canto find themselves mobbed by shut up. Small eager crowds whose zeal has been reawakened. Over the next few days, you spot citizens of all stripes reading your pamphlet of the third canto. From a vagrant under a bridge to a monocled aristocrat, a journalist interviews you, and any suspicion of his hostility evaporates when he starts stammering his admiration of your work. All the newspapers heap praises for weeks, and you're the toast of New Winchester's coffee shops and bookstores and other bastions of culture. Yeah, you expect the accomplishment something suitably extraordinary.
Yeah, okay. I guess we work on becoming the hero of the tragedies then.
Well, or
later.
Some of this stuff might come up. Okay, so we're out of time.
Do you want to level up first?
We're over time.
Okay.
So until next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye.